in this video, I want to tell you what to focus on next year, what's trending, what you should do in your marketing, in your content marketing. And I also included one topic that you should focus less on. So stay tuned and I'm going to share that topic with you. But now let's dive right in. We all know posting content has changed from the past couple of months, couple of years, and it's consistently going to change. Just uploading an image and still not understanding your audience just simply doesn't make sense. So going into next year, it's super critical to understand where the attention lies. So you have to understand what social media network is the most attention grabbing. So what social media network is trendy. But you also have to understand what type of content is consumed. And when I say content, I'm not referring to whether images are preferred over video content. That's not what I mean. It's really understanding what content is consumed, to understand whether it's talking head videos, explainer videos, how-tos, mini vlogs. What is trending, or what do consumers like to consume the most? And you really have to dig into each social media channel to really understand what content type is mostly preferred and consumed by users on the platform. Because if you understand what resonates with users online, it will help you to be more successful. And if you want to stay relevant online, whether it's in your content marketing, whether it's organic or paid, you want to make sure you incorporate trends. And by trends, I don't mean the latest lip sync video that went viral on TikTok for a hot minute. That's not what I mean either. But I'm talking about actual current events or topics, trends that are happening in the world that everyone is talking about. So for example, if you take the Barbie movie, everyone in the world was talking about the Barbie movie. It was everywhere, whether you've seen commercials or you've seen organic content online, and everyone and everywhere, print, online, everyone was talking about it. So whenever you see a topic where everyone is talking about it, you have to understand how can you weave this into your content strategy. And the trick is really finding a very clear and innovative way to weave this into your content so that you talk about those trends to stay relevant online, but it all has to tie back to your core message. And you can tie in those events, for example, if you create attention-grabbing graphics, maybe for the Barbie movie you use a similar font, you use the pink color, or you reference the movie, maybe there's like a funny scene or humor, you can infuse that into the wording as well. And when you think about, but how can I create attention-grabbing graphics? Should I just put a pink background and just call it a day? No, you have to go even further. So for example, analyze the movie poster. So if you take the Barbie movie as an example, look at the movie poster and maybe you have an upcoming conference or you have a freebie, you have a webinar. So you could use that movie poster, recreate it, use similar elements, color, font, and the way they say things, but turn it into a way that is an announcement for your webinar, for your conference, or maybe for a sale that you're having. And this way you can tie a current event into your marketing strategy. Another trending topic that everyone is currently talking about is definitely Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. And if you find ways how to even tie in the Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce type of relationship into your content marketing, it can really help to elevate your content to the next level, because you will get even more eyeballs on your content. And if you go out online, whether it's TikTok, Instagram, and you just look what other brands are doing, there are a lot of brands out there who really smartly created content around this relationship, which helped them to get tons of eyeballs on their content. And I get the question a lot, if I use current events, how does that fit into my branding? Well, of course, you can still incorporate your tagline, you can still include your tone of voice, but if you want to be truly successful, if you want to be truly successful online, you want to rock the content creation world, you just have to ride with the wave. You have to be flexible, you have to be open-minded, but you also have to understand that maybe not every trend seemingly fits into your brand or fits within your brand. I always give the advice that as long as your core message and values are the same, your core message and values align with the current topic, or you can twist them in a way that they fit into your core message and your core values, then go for it. Create the trend, have fun with it. But if you have to force it, or if any trend really feels forced that you're creating, then I would say scratch it, because every time something feels forced online, or you try to mold something and it just doesn't fit, people will instantly notice and you will not get the success, you will not get the eyeballs that you were hoping for. The next topic that I want to talk about that's going to be big or continue to be big in 2024 is definitely artificial intelligence. And when it comes to artificial intelligence, you can either embrace artificial intelligence or you can abandon it and pretend it does not exist. I suggest you lean in and harness the power of AI for your business. Artificial intelligence is here to stay whether you like it or not. And will it change the way we interact with content online? Will it change how some business operates? Definitely yes. And when I talk to other business owners and really understand why they don't want to lean into artificial intelligence, the majority of reason or the reason that I get from them is mostly that they're just scared that AI will take away their jobs or it will eliminate their position. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you that AI will not take your job away. I don't know what the future brings, but if you just look at history in general, horses were replaced by cars and a lot of other positions in this world, jobs and how things evolved, they were just replaced by technology. And just to bring another example, back in the olden days, there was always one person in the elevator that pressed the button for you. And eventually we all know that this person doesn't really exist anymore unless you go to some really fancy hotel. But regularly, if you just go to the supermarket or you want to go to the department store, use the elevator, no one is going to be there to press the button for you. And that's really another example how technology just evolved. Instead of having someone to press the button, now you have a, let's say, speaking elevator, I just call it speaking elevator, that's telling you you reached the first floor. And that really showcases how technology propels us forward. Technology propels us forward, as I mentioned, but it's also transforming traditional tasks and sometimes replacing jobs. But as a business owner, entrepreneur, embracing technology is the key to propelling your company to the next level. Because you don't want to be that business that is abandoning technology, that doesn't want to lean into AI, but then next thing you know, you're left behind and all your competition is going to take your market share. And now we can all sit here and say, well, AI is replacing jobs and certain roles, but on the other side, there's always two sides to metal. There's always two sides to the coin. And the other side is that it creates opportunities. So instead of fearing the shift, you should take advantage of it. Incorporate tech solutions, automate wherever you can, and discover ways that you can enhance your business operations. And while you might think, well, horses were replaced by cars and the person in the elevator lost his job, yes, that is true, but also those changes created new opportunities. They created more jobs. Now you have mechanics and now you have people who build those cars. You have people who maintain elevators. You have people who are responsible for design. So while it eliminates jobs, it also creates them on the flip side. So I urge you not to shy away from technology, but really lean into artificial intelligence. So lean into it, harness the power of AI, and just watch your company grow to the next level. Because at the end of the day, being tech savvy isn't an option, it's a survival strategy. And if you're still saying, you know what, I don't want to use AI for my business, at least don't pretend it doesn't exist. Read about it, understand how it could potentially make your business better. Because rather stay informed and then down the line use it than not staying informed and everyone else is just growing faster and again taking your market share. Another aspect that you need to watch out in 2024 is one particular social media network. And I'm talking about LinkedIn. Going into 2024, you definitely need to be on LinkedIn and understand the platform. This platform is not just for people who are looking for their next gig, but also for business owners, for executives, for managers. They can really utilize this platform to build credibility and position themselves as an expert in their niche. Because LinkedIn is a great way to show your opinions and connect with like-minded people. One thing you don't want to do is just simply reposting content. So reposting content from other people on the platform, just reposting articles. Because if you only rely on reposting, it will only reach round about 1% of your followers. And that's just not a lot. You want to create original content. So whether it's a point of view that you're having, it's an opinion, or just your experience based on your day-to-day business. I always recommend, especially when you talk about LinkedIn, is posting thought-provoking questions or statements. And when we think about thought-provoking questions or statements, if you choose statements that usually go against what everyone else is thinking, it will give you tons of eyeballs on your content. Of course, you have to explain your viewpoint and why it makes sense, but content like this will really help you to position yourself as a leader. And I'm not saying just say the opposite of what other people are saying. You should, of course, only talk about things that you truly believe in and really what is your viewpoint. So don't just go against everyone, but really post what you truly believe in. And using LinkedIn aggressively over the next year can really help you to connect with potential clients, but also can really help you to establish yourself as a thought leader in your niche to build credibility. And at the beginning of the video, I mentioned a topic that you should focus less on. And when I say focus less on, I mean don't use all your resources, maybe you can cut your budget, and that is search engine optimization. And now everyone screams, what? Search engine optimization? But yes, in 2024 and beyond, you need to stop stressing about SEO. Honestly, no one cares if you show up on page number 1 or not. Because with the rise of artificial intelligence software such as ChatGPT, the way we engage online has shifted majorly. And it also has impacted search trends. So for straightforward questions such as what's in my medication or just an explanation around the topic, instead of going to Google and just type it in, people turn more and more just to ChatGPT, put it in so chat can give you the output. And it's a more natural way for us to engage because it's interactive, it's engaging, you can ask follow-up questions. So for straightforward questions, more and more people turn to ChatGPT rather than browsing the internet and clicking on 10 different websites to get the information they're looking for. On the flip side, people still use Google to look for example, what is the best taco place in my area? The reason why you want to look up restaurants on Google is more so because Google's information up to date. Also, the algorithm works on frequently opened restaurants, reviews, and just recommendations. So really you have to understand that just our search behavior or the way we interact online has changed. And if you're banking solely on traditional search engine optimization practices, that might not be the most effective way to use your marketing budget or your resources. If you're still asking yourself, why? Because the game has changed. With the rise of artificial intelligence, let it be ChatGPT, our user behavior has shifted. Because more and more people turn to those tools to get a quick answer that is tailored to their question. Additionally, platforms like TikTok or YouTube have really become go-to sources for information. I believe it was last year where TikTok dethroned Google in terms of search results. So where did people go to look up an answer? And people turn to TikTok. Because users are increasingly relying on video content to address their questions. People nowadays find it way easier to watch a 30-second or a minute video on how to replace a tire, how to do an oil change, or how to bake the perfect muffins, rather than reading through an entire manual. Where things are heading is not just simply punching in some keywords and then getting the answer, but it's more so a way we like to engage with content. We like to receive engaging, dynamic, interactive content that answers our questions. As a brand and company, it's essential that you align your focus with these shifting trends. Instead of heavily investing in traditional SEO strategies, use that budget and consider reallocating it into other avenues such as social media or content creation. And you can use tools like artificial intelligence to really understand user intent and delivers content that aligns with your users' preferences. And that also wraps up my video on what to focus on in 2024. Just to sum it up, number 1, attention and content. You really have to understand what social media network is trending and what content is being consumed. Involve current trends into your content strategy to really stay on top of mind. Number 2, artificial intelligence. Don't ignore artificial intelligence, but lean into it. Learn about it and understand how you can use it in your day-to-day business. Number 3, lean into LinkedIn. Really understand the platform. Start posting original content, thought-provoking questions, and you'll have the chance to connect with other like-minded professionals, but also you'll be able to connect with potential clients. And for me, most importantly, you are able to position yourself as someone credible in your niche. And one thing I told you not to focus on, and that's search engine optimization. Scale back all the budget, scale back the resources on traditional search engine optimization, and focus more onto content creation. Focus on content creation that answers search queries, for instance, on TikTok and YouTube. Also understand how artificial intelligence really disrupts the way we go out there and seek answers to our questions online. And I hope this video helped you to understand what to focus on in 2024. This is also the last video in this year. It's crazy, this year flew by. I hope you have a happy holidays. I hope you have a happy new year, and I cannot wait to see you next year. Until then, I see you in my next video. Until then, goodbye, or how we say in Germany, auf Wiedersehen.